to know Lauren Weiniger. She's the co-founder and CEO of Safely, a new app that lets people privately show their verified STD status right from their phone. I'm excited to have you on the show today, and I'd love to talk about your app called Safely. What inspired you to create it?
I was very young when my cousin died of AIDS HIV. So it's something I always really cared about. But it was much later in life where I always wanted there to be a way to easily, in a trusted way, ask that question of, have you been tested for STDs? And it's never existed. And I realized that that was because it wouldn't have been possible really until just then. There were rules that had changed regulatory and technologically speaking for healthcare. I realized that it was possible to create something where it didn't matter where you were last tested, you could import that status. And so we decided to create it from that. It actually did come somewhat out of Burning Man as well. I was camping with some friends, two of whom were dating. And one of them, like many people, she'll only have, be intimate with you if you have been tested and can prove it. And the other one, he was supposed to have gotten tested. He made an appointment at his doctor, but had to cancel it, couldn't get another one in time. Long story short, he didn't. And she was mad. And so the question of why isn't this easier to really know, to have a really simple way to just import that result or get tested. So decided to create it.
Wow. Kudos to you on creating such an amazing app. What role do you feel dating apps play in the volume of STD cases these days?
So, like anything else in technology innovation, there's bad that comes with good sometimes. And so, while dating apps have played this really amazing role at connecting people in a broader scale where they never would have met, they also very much have fueled the STD epidemic. It's actually called the Tinder Effect in public health circles. It's from an epidemiological perspective, if you think about it, not unlike COVID, but with STIs, it used to be you met somebody through a friend or at a bar. So the circles kind of stayed a lot more constrained. Well, now you're meeting a complete stranger, and they've met complete strangers, and it's a much, much broader pool. And so you can really track, I have charts that show the rise of dating apps, the rise of STIs rise right alongside it. What's exciting, though, is they have an opportunity to be part of the solution as well. So we are actually partnering with dating apps and adding the Safely badge to a number of them. It will never show the actual status. That's personal information that will be only shown on the Safely app. But it lets them signal, hey, I've been tested. I'm somebody who cares about my sexual health, and I can prove it with Safely.
Oh, that's phenomenal. I mean, I feel like you're taking the stigma, you're creating solutions within it. And then I feel like that's going to give people more comfort too. And you're also raising your awareness. You're doing so much in one app. So gosh, that's incredible. While STDs continually rise, what do you personally want people to know about your app?
I want them to know that. So we knew that in order to make this work, each part had to be so easy, and there had to be kind of no excuses. So, the way it works is there's two flows. So number one is if you were already tested, you don't have to get tested with us. It doesn't matter. You can import your results for free, and the app is free too, from anywhere. So any doctor, clinic, lab, gyno, what have you. It's a really simple process. We partnered up and connected directly to the electronic health records, so it's verified. There's no kind of upload or user input, no faking it. Wink, wink. So that you can have your results on your phone and share with your partner. Or it also makes it really easy to get tested. So you can skip the doctor's visit. I know that sometimes that can feel awkward, annoying, or just inconvenient. It makes it really easy, super fast to make an appointment. And you go to a lab, in and out. I actually just got tested last week. It took about 9 minutes, all said and done, and got your results in the app a couple of days later.
Fast and easy. Like, why not do this? Speaking of awkward, while the conversation may be awkward or uncomfortable for some, how do you encourage others to feel confident enough to get tested with their partners?
So it's really, I think about like a message of empowerment. And we speak a lot of our messaging really is directed at women in particular, but it's for everyone. It's about really taking control of your sexual health. This is your body. And if someone's not willing to be transparent with you about their sexual health and history and status, why risk it? Now that said, yes, it's sometimes going to be a little awkward. Sex is sometimes awkward. Life is sometimes awkward. But it's a tool to have that conversation. And for some people, that conversation may happen if you're chatting on a dating app and want to know beforehand. We make that really easy. You can share it within the app. It's super private, secure, etc. For some, it may be a little closer to that moment. That choice is up to you. But the important thing is that you do have that conversation. And because it's so easy, because there's no reason not to have your status, well, then why not take that time? And what I've found and what our users report is that people really respect it. And if they don't, well, again, why risk and why put your life in this person's hands?
Now, on the flip side, what's a great way to tell a new partner that you are positive?
Absolutely. It's also a really good tool to have that conversation. Depending on the STI, about 1 in 5 to 1 in 8 people in the US are managing a chronic infection. All STIs are treatable. Many are curable. But if you're talking HIV, HSV, HPV, they're not, but the majority are treatable. And so actually we found that some of our largest supporters actually are HIV or HSV2 positive, because it does provide that tool to have the conversation. There's viral suppressant therapies like Valtrex, etc. for HSV2. Those are very effective. For HIV, if you're positive but undetectable, that means something. There's also PrEP now, so it works like like birth control essentially for HIV that the partner can be on to prevent getting HIV as well. So it is, we say the mission is to end the spread and stigma. Both are really important. Nothing is a death sentence anymore, but it's important to find out and to get treated as early as possible, because that's where you'll have the greatest impact on your own life and body. And so you can give others the choice that maybe wasn't given to you.
Absolutely. We want to be safe. We want to be healthy. We want to raise awareness. And I feel like the app is helping you achieve that. So how will the app continue to normalize healthy relations and awareness? Is there anything like support groups or anything like that within the app, or, any of your collaborations?
Yes, so currently we have partnerships with organizations across the country depending on location. One thing in the future that we want to build out is exactly what you're talking about. Online communities where they can serve as support groups for people that may be positive, that may not be, that have it's what we found is the app has its core functions, but we'd be incredibly amazed by the number of direct messages, people in our private groups that they just want to have a place where they can have these conversations and ask these questions that they don't really have a great place to ask. So that is a functionality that we will roll out, probably not until later next year. But in the meantime, there's incredible groups across the country that are, particularly for HIV, that serve as really great support groups. So we connect people into those groups depending on where they're based.
Wow. When did you launch the app?
So we launched the beta last year, but Safely app launched in July, and we're growing really quickly, and it's been really—
My goodness, look how quickly and how awesome the work that you've done and how much you've already accomplished is amazing. So kudos and congrats on such a successful app. Well, Lauren, I want to thank you for being my special guest today. If anyone wants to learn more about the Safely app or connect with you, how do they do so?
Yes, so you can follow us across all social platforms at the Safe app. And you can find us on where it's free to download on the Apple Store and Google Play. Just search Safely Health or Safely Sex, or find us at www.safely.me.
All right, we've got it. We will follow and we support everything that you're doing. You keep up the amazing work. You take care. I can't wait to share the video with you.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.